Hey guys, ECRG here, and today we're going to talk about the difference between a high stakes sponsor and a low stakes sponsor. All right, stay tuned. Hey guys, ECRG here, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between high stakes sponsor and a low stakes sponsor and why this is important. All right guys, so a lot of you may know about different sponsors, but you may not know that they're categorized into high stakes versus low stakes. Now, a high stakes sponsor is somebody who's literally betting it all. It's a high stakes. They're typically a smaller company, very small. They normally have like one drug or one medical device or like one molecule that they've been working with. That's why it's high stakes. They're betting it all on this one molecule. They're normally going to be, searching for investors, or they have a few investors already, but they're going to be constantly pitching to new investors to kind of stay afloat in the marketplace. It's high stakes. They're not going to be slow and steady like some of these other companies. High stakes, like I said, they're typically smaller companies. They may get bought up in the middle of the trial if it's promising by some of the bigger medical companies if the drug is promising. While in clinical research, it's not bad for research if a drug is not approved, because a negative result is still a good result, because at least the future scientists know not to go down that path, that path doesn't work. But for a high stakes company, if their drug is not approved, that means they're pretty much out of business. It's not good for them if their drug is not approved, even though it's still good for science as a whole. So that's a high stakes. Now, a low stakes company, this is going to be a big company like your Pfizer's, like your Johnson & Johnson, like your Merck. They already have drugs that are profitable in their pipeline. They've been making money. They're not going to die or go out of business if their clinical trial doesn't work. Low stakes. They've already made a lot of money, and they're just, slow and steady trying to get more drugs to the market. Now, typically a high stakes sponsor, they're going to pay a lot more attention to milestones, because that means they're going to be able to go back to their investor and say that the drug is meeting these milestones, and the investors will be able to give them more money to continue the trial. So they're typically going to be very wary of milestones like first patient in, last patient in. Make sure that database lock is met on time. This is very important to them so they can get money in their pocket to continue on with the clinical trial. Now, not only are they scrambling to find money in a high stakes sponsor, they are going to be typically shorted. They're typically going to have a shortage of resources to experience, processes, and procedures, just overall infrastructure, because they're not as big as some of the giants. They're not low stakes. They're high stakes. So they're just going to, it's going to be a different experience dealing with the high stakes versus a low stakes sponsor, especially on the project management side of things. And because it's high stakes for these guys, this may come off in your interaction with them. Meetings may be a little bit more pressurized. They're going to be a little bit more uptight about things, making sure things are going according to deadline. And you're obviously going to feel that tension, feel that that urgency with dealing with these individuals in the high stakes sponsor group. Not saying that in a low stakes sponsor group they're not going to have that urgency, but you'll definitely feel a difference there. All right, guys, those are the main differences between a high stakes and a low stakes sponsor. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you haven't already. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. If you haven't, share this video with everyone you know in clinical research. Love to get more comments from you guys on what you guys want to see down below. Don't forget, email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. Even if you just want to stop by or have any questions, comments, or concerns. All right, guys, take care.